I appreciate you coming. And I just hit the record button and we are ready to get started with DaggerCon 2026 planning phase two. This is State of the Con. And y'all know me. If you don't know me, I am L. I'm not muted, am I? Please don't say I'm muted.
No, you're
No,
good. You're good.
thank goodness. Oh, I'm going to try to make this as quickly as possible. Some people have been here for a good little minute and I appreciate their, enthusiasm and everything. But I'm getting ready to do the meeting agenda. Hold on, are we missing somebody? Did somebody leave?
I don't think so.
Huh. Did Belle leave?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you are here. Okay, I didn't. Okay, so my list it does not have your name on it. I guess. Are you
It's
co-hosting?
probably because you're seeing all the ones on the top and not seeing like the huge gallery list, possibly.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna make this as less painful as we can for people who are watching the recording because they're like, what fresh heck is this? All right. But again, as I said, welcome to DaggerCon 2026. Um, I'm L or Auntie L, ATL, whichever you call me. And I just want to say thank you guys for showing up. Really appreciate that. Guys, this is the second phase, planning phase two, and we are so far ahead of schedule for DaggerCon 2026. It is ecstatic. I'm very grateful, very happy, very pleased. I did not expect us to choose a host hotel in the first phase, but as most of you in here know, that we chose the Renaissance Atlanta Midtown for our host hotel. Okay. And they've been so accommodating already. And I've got a lot of stuff to share with you tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through the agenda first. Just going to go through the host hotel update in the room reservation that's been in the Discord already. If you have not, go ahead, reserve your room. Go ahead, please, and book your rooms under our special rate. And I'm going to bring that up shortly. I'm going to give you an update on our early bird vendor table and booths. I'm going to give you an update on the potential guests. Yes, we got gas. We got gas. I'm going to give you an update on the current diagram of the lobby floor. Now, I did put like a little sneak peek in there in the Discord for you already, but a couple of things have changed from that sneak peek and a couple of additions have happened. So I'm going to go ahead and go through that. Go through the expansion announcement about some of our outside venues that we're talking with. We have a charity sponsor for the first wave that I'm going to share with you about. And I'm going to give you a little bit on convention badges and traffic flow. Now, I can't see the chat. I don't know why, but I just want to let both Bell and Cool know that for some strange reason, I cannot see the chat. So if you
Go
had any,
down to the
okay.
bottom where it says chat.
All right, I accidentally popped
Click
it up.
that.
There it
Yeah,
goes.
there you go.
Okay, I did pop it up. There we go.
Mhm.
Great. All right. So, but if you had any questions or anything like that that you had, you go ahead and please put them in chat. If you had this group right here, the OG25 group, it's always been a group that I'm open to listen to any suggestions or anything like that. If you have any suggestions or comments or thoughts on what I'm saying tonight, please let me know. Not necessarily in here because, I'm just getting through the agenda. But if you have something that you want to add or something that you want to say, like, or something that you want to do, and I don't have you down for it, then please let me know. Okay. All right. So to see something different finally, you guys already know about this. Bring in another volunteer. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I'm really bad at that. If somebody would, I would be in the script. I kid you not, do the script one time. I actually read a direction. I actually read, close this door now. Okay. And you already know that sounds like something I would do. But yeah, already know you guys, the Renaissance Atlanta Midtown, right downtown on Peachtree Street. We are not outside the perimeter anymore. We are in Midtown Atlanta. Um, Friday, March 13th is going to be a various themes day. And those themes are going to be pretty much chosen by the show directors and by what you guys have planned for that day. Okay. And of course, on Saturday, March 14th, is Batman and DC theme day. At first, it is Batman Day, don't get me wrong, but it's also going to be Batman and DC themed. There is a panel I hope to have called Marvel on a DC Day. I hope somebody that is pro Marvel can do that particular panel. So far, I don't have anybody that's, you know, going to do it, but hopefully we can find somebody that's willing to do that panel. All right. This is the room special that they gave us. Our code is DAGDAGK. 179 a night, which is very good for that hotel. If I'm looking at regular days, hotel rooms in there are from 200 to 300 bucks. So our night is good. It's important to realize that when you try to book, they gave us the rate for up to 3 days before and 3 days after. Some of us are actually checking in on the 12th, and checking out either on the 15th or the 16th, whatever works for you. Any of those days, you will be able to get that special. Okay. The room Wi-Fi is included. That is that slide looks kind of wrong. The room Wi-Fi is actually included. That is a $15 value. For vendors, we do charge them for a separate Wi-Fi that we're going to be using in the room. So if you're a vendor, I'm not sure if there are any vendors in here. I know one or two we're going to be listening in, they told me. But the Wi-Fi that the vendors pay for is a separate company that is sponsoring us to use their Wi-Fi, okay? Discounted valet, I don't know if you guys are going to need that, but whoever needs that, I know I'm not, but 8 hours a day for the vehicle, regular 40, and we getting double Marriott bond by points. Now, just for in here, that early bird badge special is extended until August 15th, 2025. Is for 2 VIP badges, 2 host hotel VIP badges. Is it okay to have someone from Blurred Flesh listening? I don't care. Okay. Why am I reading chat? Y'all got this. But the early bird vendor special, 2 VIP badges for the king and 4 VIP badges for the queen, ends on August 2025. Let me explain how to get that. Okay. You have to register uh, online and get a confirmation number. Okay. It's in the Discord, the link. And it's also on the website if you know where to go. I kind of put like a little hidden place, that little button that says I'm not a vendor, but I want to, So if you go there on the website on dagger-con.com, you'll be able to see that, okay? Once you reserve that, you'll get a confirmation number. Once you come to the hotel and check in your room, check-in is usually at 3, but if they'll allow you to get into the room any earlier, you'll get your receipt. Bring the receipt to badge pickup and you'll be able to get your badge. So only between now and August 15th, if you get your room, you'll automatically get a VIP room badge. You won't have to pay additional. Okay. That's just for people in here and people who come into the Discord group and everything. That's something special that we did for you guys. Okay. Awesome. All right. I'm going to give you guys, not many cons do this, but of course, Dagger Con is different. I mean, it's all about Dagger. It's all about Her personality, of course, my person, and us with it. So we like to be very transparent. Anyone that's ever been a vendor or that's coming in are getting transparency for us as far as where we are. During our early bird vendor special, we've been offering $99 tables and $150 booths. Okay. Out of those EB or early bird booths, 7 to 10 have already been claiming the tables, 12 or 15 of the booths. The regular rate is going up to 250 once it sells out. Okay. We do have a maximum, as you can see, of 20 tables and 35 booths in the marketplace. Okay. And once they're gone, they're gone. But we do have a lot of vendors that are interested. They're coming in and they're actually taking the booths kind of quickly. I saw there was a booth in here of booth. I thought there was a vendor in here earlier that asked if booths can be together. Yes, they can. Just let us know in the remarks or anything like that, or contact Quill, the vendor relations, and she will make sure that your booths are together. Okay. All right. Next slide. Potential guests. Potential guests so far. All right. Brian Beacock is the voice of Monokuma. You guys know Danganronpa is, I hope I'm saying that right, is one of Dagger's favorite games. It's one of her favorite. I think they made the anime. She made me watch it. It He is just a great guy. And right now he is in process. We are definitely going to have Mr. Beacock. Inaki Godoy, who is live action Luffy in One Piece, we're talking with his people. Lucy Christian is in contact. TC Carlson is in contact. I might be able to put him in talks. Not sure, but he's right now in contact. Donald Guzzi is in talks. Heather Gonzalez in talks, and Allison Rosenfeld all in talks. Okay. So we are going to have potential guests. Some of them will be leading panels. Most of them will be signing merch, selfies, etc., etc. Okay. Oh, that's some good stuff going on in chat. That is some good stuff going on in chat. Hold on. All right, bear with me. I don't know what I'm doing, Belle. One moment. uh, if you could take care of Belle, Will, because you're co-host, you should be able to unmute her because I can't see the controls from the app. Okay. But those are our potential guests so far. Next slide. This is an exciting slide that I love right here because this is the slide that is showing how right now we have everything set up in the lobby level of the Renaissance Hotel. Now, here's the thing. All of this is subject to change, but this is how it's looking. In the main section, of course, is where we're having our tables and booth and our first aid and security. To the left of the stage, we do have our not safe for work tables, exhibits, and booths. So we will have some, you know, older themed vendors that are selling adult novelties and, hentai, whatever, and all that. We'll have them closed off to that side. We will have a T stage because we're going to do our cosplay one way show. We're also going to do many different other cosplay shows, even some panels and everything from the stage in the lobby room. Okay. To the right is going to be the cosplayers lounge and green room. That's where you can find the show directors, Belle, Miko Chan, Devo, Dak, all the other show managers, anyone that's cosplaying or doing shows. We think it would be a good idea, or I thought it would be a great idea for the cosplayers to have their own place to hang out before they go out and show. That room is a direct link to the patio outside. So as people come by or cars come by, you guys can be out there, having a good time on the patio, sitting down, getting cooled off in your cosplay and all that. So that's going to be your little loungy area. Okay. And I will answer some questions after we're done with the presentation, guys. So just keep those questions coming. Quill, if you can keep up with the questions, I'll go through and answer all the questions after we're done with the recording. Down at the bottom left is the VIP guest blue room. Now, I've had some feedback on that already. I'm not sure if that's going to stay that way. The OG people are looking at this and they're like, hey, I thought those rooms were going to be for panels. L, what's going on? Chill out, just rest 1 second. We're getting there. But right now, I had put it as a VIP blue room for autographs. What I was going to do is have the guests sit in there, and then we run the line out for someone who wants autographs or selfies or anything like that come in, because those areas you have to have a badge to get into. To get into the green room or get into the blue room, you got to have a badge. Okay, because the marketplace and everything is free. Okay. And that VIP blue room is going to be, I'm asking Sage and I'm asking Loopy to deal with the guest relations on that. So Sage and Loopy, I want you guys to help with our kind guests, make sure they're taken care of and make sure the lines and everything are flowing smoothly. You'll have security to help you with that. Now, next to them is the operations office, vendors and volunteers. That's where you'll find Quill and myself. That's where security will come in, vendors will come in. Vendors, when you come in to pick up your booth assignments, then we'll give it to you from there. You already have your booth numbers, if there are any vendors in here or any vendors switching. You already have your booth numbers. You would come in, check in with Quill. If you decide to add internet, you can add internet there. As I mentioned, the Wi-Fi for the hotel is going to be extremely, I'm just feeling the Wi-Fi is going to be full. So for the vendors, we have our own separate Wi-Fi for the marketplace. That's what you're paying the $10 for, okay? Power electrical, that is an additional $10. You'll get a full strip. It'll be power sources and USB, so you can plug your phones in and all that if you need that for your booth or table, okay? And then finally, that little piece in the middle is for badge pickup, and I think that's where it's going to be for right now, but not sure, okay? All right. So once again, I said the OG people were like, hey, the green room, the blue room, that was supposed to be for panels. What's up? Guess what, guys? Boom, we got the 5th floor. We are expanding to the 5th floor. That's where the panels are going to be. Okay. Not going to be, the VIP panels are going to be on the 5th floor. Woohoo. All right. Probably should have had volume on so you guys could go woohoo, but I turned it off accidentally and I'm not turning it back on. But the 5th floor.
I'll do it for everybody. Woohoo!
Woohoo! There you go. Thanks, Quill. The 5th floor gives us access to another large room. And that large room, the purple one, is where we're going to have our game contest, where we're going to have our karaoke. Ruby, I believe, is planning this huge Kahoot and panels. So this is where your panels would be in the large room. We can get way more people in there. That's 1,300 square feet. So we can get a lot of people in there for those big panels. There's a room across there that also is going to have more panels in it as well. And once again, these rooms are ours for 24 hours. So once we start at 10 a.m. on Friday, the 13th, we're going all the way until what's that, Saturday night? Saturday night at 10. So if you have ideas for panels, if you have ideas for contests, gaming, all that, let me know. And we can see if we can go ahead and put that on the board that we have in the Discord that has a lot of the events that we're planning for both days. Okay. The little blue dot, that room is going to be for gaming tables. It says artist tables, but that's incorrect. It's going to be for gaming, either tabletop gaming and also for video system gaming. We are in talks with talking to Battle and Brew, who wanted to host one of the tournaments. So we have to get back to him. But we do have, as far as that room for gaming tables and sit down gaming. The other thing we have is you can see the fitness center there too. So if you're in the hotel and you want to, in the fitness center's next. Over to the end is the VIP welcome suite. And that's something that may not be on the fifth floor, that may be on another floor, but that's pretty much where people who have badges, and we have giveaways. We're going to have an app for the convention. If they win a giveaway, it could be anything. It could be food, it could be merchandise, it could be whatever. We'll have them come up to that welcome suite and they'll be able to pick it up. Okay, so that's what that's going to be. All right. The next announcement that I have is that we do have a charity sponsor for March 13th and 14th. It is J Cares for Kids. jcaresforkids.org is a local organization that helps homeless and disabled single parents find housing. It also helps with employment, clothing, um, food, and anything that disabled and homeless people in, usually mostly in the Atlanta area, but it is some of the surrounding counties as well. The J Cares Foundation is a 501c3 tax deductible organization. So therefore, they're going to have volunteers go around and accept donations that are tax deductible. The biggest thing about this charity sponsor is that the very first show from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is going to be for, drum roll, Creel. Drum roll, drum roll. Can I get a drum roll? I should have hooked up my soundboard. It's for kids 17 and under. For the first time ever, we are inviting kids to DaggerCon. The first shows, which on the 13th, will be for kids 17 and under. Okay. The organization wants us to get kids from the local community shelters and the schools. We've already talked with the Atlanta Public School System. That is a school day. So they're going to do a field trip to DaggerCon. And we want to make sure that we have kid-friendly performances. So Belle, did we fix Belle's mic?
I'm
Belle.
here.
Okay, you're here. So we want to have kid-friendly performances, what have you. So, you know, something to think about as far as that, because we want
Pixie Dust will be happy to help with that. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We want to have something great for the kids, just to give them a little while. The reason why we're doing this is because you might not be able to check into your room until 3. So we also want to have something to do while some of the vendors are setting up still, and some of the vendors are getting there. So to have the school kids and the teachers and all that to come through first is kind of like a little light traffic. The marketplace is going to open first. The NSFW area will be either secured or closed. Want to have a kids cosplay show, guys, and entertainment on the 13th. Now they have it on the 13th and the 14th. So on the 14th, it's going to be Batman themed, or Batman DC theme on the 14th. We will have kids there for the first wave, and it's only between the shows are from 11 to 1. Okay, so whatever we can do, shows, games, whatever for the kids. Okay. All entertainers will receive tax deductions per performance. $250 tax deductions will be given by the J. Cares Foundation for your entertainment. So thank you for that. Okay. As I mentioned, the volunteers will be collecting the tax deductible donations both days. The host hotel VIP and the full access VIP badges may attend the early panels and events in early hours. So while we got the kids down there in the marketplace and everything, of course, we can have things that they're not going to go to because they're on the free badges. The VIPs and all that will have panels and all that in the other rooms. Okay. So just get the kids, have them have their fun for the first hours of the day, and then the grown-ups take over. Okay. All right. Now here's the final slide. And I've been talking a lot about badges and I've been talking a lot about traffic flow. Um, and with me, I've done traffic flow for the Braves back in the day, and a lot of people don't get how hard it was to shelter about 20,000 people through Fulton County Stadium back in the day. But
Mm-hmm.
I was in charge of that. So as far as traffic flow, this is where I propose for us to do. General admission, the badges are free. Okay. You cannot add a ribbon to a free badge. Badges are for the marketplace area and the free events in the main room only. We're going by times. There are going to be 3 different small PVC badges. The white badges are already sponsored by J Cares for Kids. Okay. And we have a max of 400 that we're giving those out to. Most of them are going to go to the schools for the kids anyway. So that's pretty much what's going to happen with the white badges from 10 to 2. It's going to be a lot of students, a lot of teachers, educators, family members, people from the local areas for the charity shows. Okay. Gold badges are going to be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So there's a show. Somebody needs to show between 2 and 6 in the main room for the gold badges. And that's just going to be I don't want to say regular DaggerCon crown, but the all ages DaggerCon crown between then. 400 of those badges. We don't have a sponsor for the 13th, but we're in talks for a sponsor for Batman Day for the midday show. The purple badges are from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's the evening show. Both sponsors available. And again, 400 of those. Okay. There are a lot of places in the hotel to go, but we feel like as far as these badges are concerned, it's easy for security to look at someone that has on a white badge at 3 o'clock and say, no. Hopefully they won't be in there. Okay. Someone asked, what does show mean? I just happened to see that. As far as show,
Oh, okay, sorry.
cosplay show. Um, Cosplay show where everything is done by as far as shows are concerned. We'll have a show in the main room on the main stage between 10 and 2, one between 2 and 6, and one between 6 and 10. So we're having many different cosplay shows. DaggerCon does not have cosplay contests because it wasn't in the vision of the mission. We just have shows. Right. Exactly. I understand, Kiana. Great question. But yeah, we only have shows and performances. We don't have cosplay contests because the vision of the person that we are honoring, Dagger, she hated cosplay contests. Friends of hers have fought or what have you over she lost friends everything else. You've seen fights, everything over cosplay contests. So we want to kind of go away from that. We want to show the art of the cosplay. We want to show the fantasy, the just the beauty as far as being a cosplayer is concerned.
The inclusivity.
The includes. There you go. Thank you. That's why. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. One of them, anyway. Good job. But yeah, but that's what shows are about. So as far as, like I said, as far as those badges, we'll have security if it's out of their time. Hey, I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to DaggerCon, but your badge is done. Can you leave? Oh, I want to stay. All right, if you want to stay, you're welcome to buy a host hotel badge. You can do that. Vendor badges are next. Very important. And keep in mind, I'm not talking to anyone that's going to be entertainment. This is just strictly for the public. If you're going to be entertainment, or if you're on a contract or something like that, everything for you is different. Okay? Everything for you is different. Vendor badges are specifically for vendors and employees, access to the marketplace only. So no, if you have a vendor badge, you cannot go to the panel. Sorry, you cannot go here. You cannot go there. You actually have to either get a white, gold, or purple badge if it's available to do that, or pay. Well, no, I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. You're already in the marketplace. I'm sorry. You have to get a hotel host badge to go to those locations, because the only thing a vendor badge is a white, gold, and purple badge for all time. Okay, if that makes sense. What if hosting panel and a vendor? Then that would mean that you would get a host hotel badge and we would give you a vendor ribbon. Good question, Avandi. Okay. The host hotel badges are for the marketplace and all panels, events at the host hotel. If you, as we mentioned, someone just asked if you're a vendor, we would actually give you the host hotel badge and we'd give you a vendor ribbon. That's what you would wear. Okay. Now, the last badge is the VIP all access badge or ribbon. And the only way you would need an all access badge or ribbon is if you have a vendor badge and you want to add that there. We give you the option because some people, all these badges are going to look different because we have different sponsors for each badge. So some people be like, hey, I kind of want to keep my vendor badge. Can I keep my vendor badge and just get a VIP access ribbon? And yes, you can do that. And some people be like, hey, well, I don't like the vendor badge. Can I just get the access badge or the host hotel badge and just get whatever ribbon? You have an option to do that. Okay. All right. And we are having events away from the hotel. So we have a lot planned. So the VIP access badge is going to be more than likely the best badge to get. I'm not saying that just because it's the most, but the things that we're in talks to are going to be a lot of events that are going to happen away from the hotel. Now, all volunteers receive VIP host hotel badges with ribbons designating roles. So in other words, if you are a volunteer, you will get the host hotel at volunteer badge and it will say volunteer at the bottom. Okay. All right, and that was the last slide. So that concludes our meeting. What I'm going to do now is stop the share. Well, let me stop the recording first. One moment, and then I'm going to open it up for questions, Q&A.